Welcome back, everybody. We're going to play some Death Wizards today. As you can see, Mornfen the Black is ready to once again start his Dark Crusade across whatever unfortunate land this is. This is our second mission, which means we're going to be conducting a ritual. Our ritual site over here is protected by a small group of adventurers who is out here to stop us after we sacked that village last time. And then this thing back here, a little bit story-wise, this is an abandoned house out kind of in the moorlands. And this little shrine back here was to an evil deity or something they're like. And we've got kind of this small skull on there, and that actually is going to represent what I'm going to try and summon. At the end of this, we are going to attempt to raise a giant skeleton who's is an ancient giant warrior who was buried around here, and his bones are still said to possess his power. His malice still lives in these bones, and we're going to try and dig them up and recruit them to our cause. This group of foolish adventurers consists of 3 warriors, a priest, and a wizard. And I regret to say I have apparently lost my priest card, so whoops. It's okay. It's still in the book. So we are going to go ahead and start with round 1. So we get to activate up to 4 power of undead here. So that's either I get to choose one or the other between Gertie and Imhotep. I forgot to mention we have the extra meat perk. So at the start of every turn, that's every turn of the die there, I think, we are going to, they're going to regenerate any health that they lost. So, because I know that Gertie can catch up very easily, I am actually going to use Imhotep's unraveled flight ability. Once per game, he can teleport instead of moving during his turn. And if he does, let's see. If it does, remove it from the battlefield and set it up again anywhere within line of sight that is more than 1 inch from all other models. Okay, so yet again, I actually don't have my big tripod, so I'm going to pause this real quick, and then we're going to move Imhotep, and I will show you where he turned. So in a cloud of tomb dust and floating bandages, he leapt across the battlefield and ended up right here on the other side of this house. We're starting pretty close. We're starting aggressively because here's our group of adventurers, and he is eager to get a bit of the same action that Gertie got last time. In the meantime, Mornfen has come sprinting from the trees just to keep him in range, to support him from behind, but not close enough to draw the ire of the warriors, or much more worryingly, the priest. So we're going to turn to them now and see what they do. Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is I did not lose my priest card. It was hiding under the other ones. The bad news is the priest rolled a 10 and buffed the entire party, increasing their offense by 1 until the end of the turn. The wizard opted to do absolutely nothing. They were going to move away from an enemy that was within 1 inch and then boost their defense, which I guess they get to boost their defense, but Imhotep was nowhere near enough to target that or to trigger that first effect. So it's back to us. So that being the case, we are gonna move up Gertie, because that's basically all we can do. We're gonna double move her. Gertie has a move of 6, so she's basically gonna be moving about a foot. So she's gonna move here. I'm just double moving. Mornfen is also gonna move right up here by Gertie. Not that close. Not that close. Close enough to start spamming our favorite spell, Atropic Blast. I really, really like that spell. So we're targeting the 3 warriors. I kind of wish, maybe they did, and I haven't seen it yet. I really wish they would print spell cards for Death Wizards. That would be awesome. So, a Tropic Blast, if I'm to find it in my book here. It's my favorite spell, but I keep having to look it up. Isn't that kind of weird? The cool thing is it's right at the beginning of the spell section. Here we go. A Tropic Blast. That is a cost of 4 energy, so it's going to put us at 14. 12-inch range, perfectly in range for that. Up to 3, 5d10, d3 damage per success. And if we get 3, then it's debuffed. Okay. So here we go. These 3 warriors in the front. We're going to take our cool looking d10s. Where'd the other ones go? There we go. I'm pretty sure it said 5. So we need to go against their resistance. These are rank 2 warriors, so these guys have a resist of 5, so we want to meet or beat 5. So here we go. For this first guy here. Wow, that's a lot of successes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those all succeeded. So that is 5d3, and he's debuffed. That feels pretty dang good, not gonna lie. Take that sword, man. Ah! Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage to this guy. And how much health does this warrior have? He has a durability of, he's rating 2. Wow. So this guy's got 16. And to count that up again, I'd already forgot what I rolled. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 from 16. So he's already just at 5. That is beautiful. And he's cursed as well. So I'm going to go get one of my little chips here. This marks that he's debuffed. He's weakened, not cursed. Cursed is an actual condition. It causes like a damage per turn, and that's what Imhotep is about to do to these guys. Okay, so now we're going to mess up this other dude. Let's get Spearman just there behind Cape Man. We want 5s. That's a fail. That's a fail. 3 success. That's enough to curse him. So we got 3d3. Oh, nice. That's 7 damage to this guy. That's going to put him at 9. You like to see it. You like to see it. He's at 9. And he is also cursed. Not cursed. Debuffed. He's withered. He's got something going on. He's got dark magic eating away at his bones. And that's how we want it. Last target is other sword guy. Ooh, not so good here. Not a single success. He comes off completely unscathed. He has no clue what those other guys are even complaining about. Okay, these two are moving up, and they're both actually, it looks like he's attacking Mornfen. They're actually both attacking Imhotep. Now, these guys are under a... So that one that's not cursed is actually kind of scary right now. Or weakened. The one that's not weakened is scary right now because his offense is now 7 thanks to the priest. This guy's offense is 5. It would actually be 4, but he is also under a blessing and under a weakening curse. So he actually has an offense of 5. So that's +1 and -2. So our first fighter, let's get him over with. So that's an offense of 7. Now these guys would actually have +2 to their defense if they were near a single enemy, but they're actually near all 3 of us. So when we strike back, that won't matter as much. So here goes this first attack against poor Imhotep. This might hurt quite a bit. He's got to beat Imhotep's defense of 7. Oh boy, that's a couple of crits. So that's one hit. The 10 is 2 hits. 3. Okay, so it does 4 damage to Imhotep. So now the second guy is going to attack with an offense of 5. Also attacking Imhotep. He's got to beat 7s. Oh, I got another crit there. But that's the only one. So in total, he has taken 6 damage. Poor Imhotep. But he had... Okay, so he's sitting at 10. So let me just grab one of these things. Imhotep has 10 durability remaining. It goes back over to us. Now, normally I would not be able to activate another one of these, but my lair right now is the sewers, which means I can activate, excuse me, I can activate up to 4 more points of undead this game. So I'm sort of reactivating one of these guys. And I'm actually going to reactivate Imhotep, who's going to return the favor. Now, warriors have this annoying little thing called riposte. So if we roll a 1... let's see, whenever the warrior suffers damage from an offense attack and the attacker from an attack within 1 inch, the attacker suffers 1 damage for each natural 1 rolled by the attacker. So whenever we roll a 1, we actually suffer more damage. So Imhotep has an offense of 7. So we're going to throw in 2 more dice there, and he's going to hit back. Imhotep, I need you to not roll 1s, buddy. Oh, wow, and he did not disappoint. We're overcoming the Warriors' defense of 5. That guy is not weakened, so it's just 5 instead of the 3 that it would be. But we got a couple of crits here. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to that dude. And let's see. The mummy has Cursed Touch. Whenever a model rolls 1 or more critical hits on an attack, target takes a cursed condition. Wow. So he suffers 1 damage whenever it activates. So now this guy's actually cursed for the rest of the game. So let me go ahead and set all that up. Okay, now that guy is cursed. So he's actually going to take 1 damage each additional time he activates. But I'm going to try and make sure that's not going to happen again. Because I activate once more, and I'm actually going to do a Tropic Blast again. So I'm going to go down to 10 energy. And then I'm going to do the same targets. I really should be Dark Bolting that priest, because priests get very, very scary, and it's rank 3. So that's sort of our boss fight. And wizards can be very, very annoying. So, you know, maybe I should actually be using Dark Blast. Or Negative Bolt. That's what I mean. Got mixed up with the magic card. So just to make sure I've got this correct, I'm going to go and find Negative Bolt. Negative Bolt. Here we go. It's 3 cost, that's what I thought, 18 inches, 4d10. If you get at least 1 success, the target takes d10 damage. If the Necromancer achieves 3 successes, it's an additional d6 damage. And if they die, we regain the 3 energy spent. We are going to try and blast that priest. She is in range, so that's going to be 4d10. Now, priests have insane resistances. Maybe this is a bad idea. I'm still kind of on the fence about it. So the priest, if you look over here, she's rank 3. So she has a resist of 7. And that's really high. That means I need to roll 7s or higher on these d10s. So maybe the move really is to just get the warriors out of play, because if they're gone, who's she buffing besides just herself? So yeah, you know, I think I'm going to backtrack on that. We're going to Atropic Blast these guys again. So we need to overcome their resist of 5, I think. Yep, resist a 5. We're going to start with this guy here, because he only has 5 health left. So here we go. And that's 1, 2 successes. We need to roll really, really good or he's not going to die. I need at least, like a 3 and a 5 or something like that. Not even close, just 2 damage. We've reduced him to 3. That's disappointing. I was kind of hoping to remove these guys from the board, but whatever. So now we're going to hit this dude here. I wonder if we can get him both cursed and weakened at the same time. That is a sorry state of affairs for that guy. So here we go. Looking for 5s. I gotta reset this. Is it 10? I'm gonna re-roll that entire thing because I just confused myself. Fives. We got an 8 and a 9. So we have 2 successes. Still not enough to weaken. And let's see. Oh, another horrible. Oh my gosh, Mornfen, what are you on today? He's going down to 6. I should have just blasted the priest. Okay, last guy. We have 1 chance to redeem ourselves here. Let's make this guy in a lot of pain. That guy there who's already weakened. Come on, 5s. Man, we got a 7. Whoa, Mornfen, that's a bad round. How much did we do? I think that's 2. Yeah, that's 2 from 9. So he's at 7. Wow, that was disappointing. Let me tell you. We couldn't even extend that curse. Not that it matters, but well, okay. And I didn't move, so you know what I'm going to do? Mornfen's actually going to move back like that because I don't want to be anywhere near those swords, weakened or not. And that last warrior couldn't do anything, and so ran towards me. So I get 1 more activation. It couldn't attack anything, so it ran close. So Mornfen is actually going to try and finish off one of these guys with a negative bolt. So we're actually going to go. We're going to go to 7 energy. I have this little Magic the Gathering life counter thing that I'm using to track it. So that's what we're going to do. That's going to be 4 of these power die. If we get any amount of success against him, then he takes a d10. If we get 3 successes, he takes a d10 and a d6. And if he dies, I get my energy back. So here we go. Negative bolt. That is appalling. Absolutely appalling. This is a bad day to be a necromancer. Bad day. But he still takes a d10 damage. So you can't complain about that. Especially not when it's 10 and kills him immediately. We get our energy back after all. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Top of the second round, I just regained my 3 energy. That guy is no longer weakened, but we can soon remedy that, and we are going to allow Imhotep to wail on this dude some more. Imhotep recovers 1 hit point, going to 11 from extra meat. And we are actually going to activate Imhotep. So his offensive 7. And there we go. So he needs to overcome the warrior's restored defenses. So the warrior has now just 5. Normal 5. Here we go. What do we got? That's 1, 2, 3. Did 3 damage to that guy. That's good. That puts him at 3. And then when he activates, he's going to take some more. I kind of want to burn more energy on a Tropic Blast just because I like hitting multiple targets. My dad and I, when we played this game together, we tend to, I don't know if I told you guys this last time, we spammed a Tropic Blast, the two of us. We also ran mirror characters, so I ran this guy, so it's the Monster Master, so I get lots of big ones. Well, he ran the Dread Horde commander guy, so he had a bunch of little guys. So it was an interesting interaction there. So what am I going to do? I feel like negative bolt is the thing to do. It's sort of a free kill if we get any amount of success and we get the energy back. So that feels kind of good. Do we dare negative bolting that priest over there? I mean, like just look at her. She's got that shield. Not that means anything. I don't know. She's some kind of holy woman. I think we should try. We need to start hurting her. So here we go. We need 7s to get through her resistance, which is absurd. Oh, okay. We got 2. Not enough to trigger the extra D6, though. That is a D10 of damage. So she's going to take a D10 of damage. 10. Okay, you couldn't ask for much more than that. So her durability is 12, actually. No, sorry, that's 3, 6, 9. She's got 15, so, and she just took 10, so she's actually at 5. That feels kind of good. You know, he's Mornfen, he's not doing so well on rolling multiple good dice. But it's usually like he's rolling some really, really good singular dice. And that's kind of making up for it. We did just lose that 3 energy again, though. The priest decided that enough was enough, so she's charging in right towards Gertie like a suicidal maniac and has presented herself to us on a silver platter. Rather more annoyingly, the wizard actually dispelled magic and removed the curse condition from Swordman right there. It's okay, nothing a little bit of a Tropic Blast can't fix. And speaking of, I now have 3 targets directly in front of me. But first things first, we're going to let Gertie have her fun. So Gertie is going to turn and try and munch on this priestess. And Gertie has an offense of 7. So we're going to give her all the dice that she needs. We're going to see how well she does. So the priest has a defense of 6. So we need to roll above 6. Wow. That's pretty good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And outright kills the priestess. She's gone. That feels pretty good. I do so like when things work out. So it's better that happened like that because she's actually immune to being cursed and weakened. Well, thank goodness. Also, it heals 1 durability at the start of its activation. That didn't matter because we did 6, so she would have gone 5 up to 6 and then died. So it still worked out. In the meantime, Mornfen is going to, once again, try a negative blast. He's going to try and negative blast this guy because he's rather annoyed that his curse was taken off. And Mornfen doesn't like it when his curses aren't on people that should have curses. That is much better. Sorry, 1 more. Failure anyway. 3 successes, that's a D10 and a D6. I really don't see how we don't kill with this, but never say never. We could roll a 2. And we don't, we kill him. So he's gone too. This guy, the brave little rascal that he is going to use the last little bit of life he has. He's going to run in here and he's going to use Whirlwind Strike. So he's going to hit everybody within an inch, which fortunately does not include Mornfen. And he's going to use his rather impressive offense to do that. Actually, I think his offense is impressive. It's 5. He also needs to beat 7s. Oh, 8 in the case of Gertie, so we're going to roll them separately. So we're going to start with Gertie. We're going to see how many 8s he rolls. He does get some through. He gets 2 damage through on Gertie. I'm angry. That means I got to put a die by her. It's okay. She's going to heal. Let's see. Oh, yeah. 2 damage to Gertie and 7 for Imhotep. How many 7s is that? That's 2 7s, dealing 2 damage to Imhotep, taking him back down to 9. Well, that's annoying. But let's see. You know what, Imhotep? I'm going to let you munch on him. So it's Imhotep's turn. We're going to activate him. The other warriors are gone, and the wizard is already activated. So there we go. Imhotep, have yourself a snack, my guy. You earned it with all that teleporting and cursing earlier. His offense is 7, because he's quite robust. And he needs to beat 5s. And he needs to get at least 3 successes to kill this guy. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. So, brave though you are, Cape Man, it was not brave enough to save you and your weird little bearded friend over there. And Mornfen, now thoroughly emboldened, is now perhaps foolishly moving directly into the line of sight of the wizard and is going to attempt a negative bolt. Now, unfortunately, the wizard actually has even better resistances than the priest, so he needs to roll 8s. So we're going to see how many 8s he can roll just to attack this wizard. 1. Wow, okay. So, wizard takes a d10 of damage. That's what I like to see. Wizard takes 3 damage. Awesome. The durability of this guy is 10. So, the wizard is sitting at a nice, clean 7. Let's see if we can find that. There we go. And now, let's see. I've already activated everybody. Their activations are over. We're actually just going to move on to the next turn here, I think. It's the start of turn 3, and both of my guys there have healed 1 from extra meat. Mornfen is going to try his luck again at just attacking this wizard. So he's going to go in with his negative bolt again and see how much more damage we can do. Please, at least 1 8. Oh, wow. Okay. We got 3 successes. That's wow. That's the D10 and the D6. You'll love to see it. You love to see it. Let's have the ones that match, because that's cool. D10 and D6. Wow, 11. I think he's dead. You know, sending the undead to murder and pillage and destroy for you is all part of the job. But as Mornfen will tell you, sometimes there's nothing quite like doing it yourself, and that finishing blow satisfied him immensely. So here we are in front of our ritual site. The candles are lit, the giant skull is on the table, and here are our rewards. We get to increase our necromantic energy by 1 permanently, bringing us up to a lovely 19 energy. In addition, we can choose a necromantic power and permanently add that power to the list. So, what would we want? What do we have already? We have Dark Shield, Negative Bolt, Restore Energy, Atropic Blast, Bolster Undead, and Stitch Together. I feel like energy infusion is the way to go. Yeah, because that lets us move our undead without actually using their activation. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take energy infusion. But what about the rest of the ritual? We have our new power. We have our increased necromantic energy. Let's try and summon something new. But first, a little bit of housekeeping. So as you remember, we get a certain amount of points based on what we accomplished during the game. I think we just sort of, in this case, let's see. All the heroes are destroyed by the end of turn 3. We did that, so that's +1. We got victory. That's another +1. We have at least 4 undead remaining at the table. That's a third. Personally destroy 2 or more heroes rating worth of enemy heroes or rating worth of enemy undead. We got 2. We got one of the, I think we got Swordman and we got the Wizard. So that's another +1. That's a fourth. We did not destroy 4 of them. We got 2. So we have 4 experience points, which I think I'm going to hang on to this time. Actually. What if how do we improve our energy? Could I bring us up to like a 20? Yeah, I'm going to use 3 of the 4, and we're going to increase our necromantic energy by another 1, bringing us up to a lovely even 20 necromantic energy. But we're not done. We have one more thing to do. We're going to try and summon a new undead. That's right. We're going to try and summon the giant this skull belonged to. So this actually is a giant skeleton. So let's see. I think we need to roll a 3 or higher than a 3. Raising new undead. Once you have determined the disposition of your existing horde, they're just fine. We're going to keep them both. Gertie and Imhotep are both lovely. The creation of undead can be a fickle art. It's not always successful. And the more complicated the undead, the longer it takes and the harder it is to guarantee success. It often requires many failures before a successful minion is created. After each battle, you may attempt to create 1 additional undead. To do so, we must select the type of undead. We're selecting a giant skeleton, and we have to roll greater than the rating of undead that we've selected. So let's go and find the giant skeleton. Let's see. There it is, giant skeleton. Rating 3. It's a rattler. Or, we could do a giant zombie. Let's do a giant zombie. That's a shambler, so it gets our extra meat thing. So we need to roll a 4 or greater. So here we go, ritual time. Hey, we got it. With an eruption of soil and a crumbling of stone, the altar is torn apart as from below it a giant, a charnel behemoth claws its way out of the ground. Its hideous stench filling the air as it turns and looks down at Mornfen, identifying him as its new master. So there we go. We have our giant zombie. And I really like this model. He's really cool. I actually can't remember where I got him, but he's really sick. So he's going to have some stat changes once we actually add him to the roster. I might actually make him like really, really tanky. And I think since we increased our energy, we also get to increase another minion's stats. So I'll decide who that is next time, and I'll let you know what happened, because we increased our energy. That's one of our main stats, and continued evolution lets us improve the others. So our mighty horde has grown by 1, and we have the mummy Imhotep with his unholy touch. We have Gertie, the reanimated dragon in all her brute strength. And now we have Chungus the Mighty, who has big meaty hands, like big stinky trash cans. And I'm probably gonna make him like a bodyguard. These guys are really slow. Anyway, that was Death Wizards for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If I have one complaint about this game, and it's very small because I have a lot of fun playing this, it's that it often feels very, very, very difficult to fail. If you're really into power gaming and stuff, that's sick, because you're more or less an unstoppable force. Maybe I should play like the advanced modes of these missions. I've seen that they have those. Just by the way things fight, I don't have a whole ton of faith in actually how powerful that's going to be. But maybe the next one we'll try it. Our presence is ramping up here in the Great Kingdom, and Mornfen is starting to gain himself some attention. We've raided a frontier village, and we started moving and disrupting old ritual sites, reanimating even more cadaverous monstrosities. Who knows what our devious ends are, but perhaps only one as twisted as Mornfen the Black can possibly see what lies in our future.